front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Man, I'm a heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Club D. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Yeah.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. His first carry. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check. Crouch.
Here's Hines. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Newman. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. There he goes again. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Yellow lady! Yellow lady! Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. That's going left, and Prater missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Throwing to start the drive. Newman eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 28. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The tackle by Quincy Williams. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line. Here we go.
On first down, it's Hines. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
To throw on 2nd down, Newman. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Lions nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it with Johnson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Check, blue 60.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
32.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, Delta.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Watch the shift.
Now Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They run. It's Johnson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the air now with Stafford. This complete to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Under 10.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, I-7.
On 3rd down, Stafford. He's got the first, and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ty Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Prater for the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Hines. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw. Newman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So at 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Monday.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And James has it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Hey, give me a radar. Hey, Haywood.
Night, sweetheart. 58, right over there.
To throw on third down, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Marvin Jones. Incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On 2nd and 9. Stafford. Jones has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, lady.
I got it. Double time. We got 4.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Here's Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Ready? 32. 280.
On third down, Stafford flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken inside his own 40. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10.
Stop your body. Check out.
Now Ballage. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17.
2 times. We got 3 down. Ready?
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, it's Johnson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Johnson able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They go to Johnson again. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. So they will go for it. Stafford. Open man, he's got him to tight end Hockenson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
On first down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Gotta do better.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
53. Ready? Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Here we go on 4th. Stafford. James got it. Complete. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point good by Prater, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back to throw. Newman, he's let it. It's caught inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Newman. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. 2nd and 6. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They try the left side with Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. Go 20. Like 50.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, 39 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
To throw again. Newman. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin the drive with Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off-play action, escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here for Davis. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Detroit, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin.